Are the Raiders' playoff hopes in jeopardy? Max Crosby, a cornerstone of the defense, is facing a daunting ankle injury, and fans are left wondering if the team can still contend this season. After a disheartening loss to the Panthers, questions about Crosby's health and the Raiders' future are swirling. How will this injury impact the rest of the season? And who will step up in Crosby's absence? Stay with me as we dive into the latest Raiders Today updates, unpacking the consequences of this blow to the team's defense and what it means for the road ahead. If you're as concerned about the Raiders as I am, don't forget to comment your thoughts below and subscribe to stay on top of all the latest Raiders news. Let's talk about the reality no one saw coming. After Sunday's tough 36-22 loss to the Carolina Panthers, the Raiders are facing not just a hit in the standings, but a potential hit to their entire season. Max Crosby, one of the team's most dynamic and impactful defensive players, is nursing a significant ankle injury. His performance on the field was visibly affected, and now the big question remains: what does this mean for the Raiders going forward? In a season already full of ups and downs, this injury couldn't come at a worse time. Crosby, who has been a pillar of strength for the Raiders, was clearly not at his best during the Panthers game, leaving fans deeply concerned. This isn't just another player missing a week or two. This could have a lingering effect on his performance and the team's overall strategy. This situation gets even more complex when you factor in the Raiders' recent struggles. With key players sidelined and uncertainty clouding the weeks ahead, the team is at a crossroads. They can either rally together or fall apart, and the answer to which path they take might depend on how they handle Crosby's recovery. The real story began when Crosby, a defensive powerhouse, stepped off the field during the Ravens game with an ankle sprain. What we first thought might be minor soon escalated into something far more serious. As the details emerged, fans realized the magnitude of the situation. A high ankle sprain can be particularly brutal for any player, but for someone like Crosby, whose strength lies in his speed and agility, this injury is especially concerning. Crosby, after the Panthers game, candidly shared his thoughts. "It's a high ankle sprain. It's tough, but I'll be fine," he reassured reporters. But beneath the surface of his confident words lies the reality that this injury could be a lingering issue. These sprains are known to take time to heal, often keeping players off the field for weeks, and even when they return, full recovery is rarely immediate. Sunday's game was a telling sign of what's at stake. Crosby was a shadow of his usual self, unable to apply the pressure and aggression fans have come to expect from him. The Raiders' defense felt that absence profoundly, and with more challenging games ahead, the concern grows. What happens if Crosby can't return to 100% quickly enough? The timing of Crosby's injury couldn't have been worse. The Raiders, already in a precarious spot, now face the daunting task of navigating a brutal NFL season with one of their star players sidelined. As if that weren't enough, Malcolm Kuntz, another critical defensive piece, is out for the season with a knee injury, leaving the team scrambling to fill the void. The pressure is mounting on the younger players, Tyree Wilson, Charles Snowden, and Jarius Robinson, to rise to the occasion. The coaching staff has a monumental task ahead, adapting the defense to cover the loss of two key pass rushers while keeping the rest of the team motivated and focused. These young players have shown promise, but stepping into the shoes of Crosby and Kuntz is no small feat. This isn't just about filling in a roster spot. It's about leadership on and off the field. Crosby is not only a top defensive player, but also a motivator, someone who drives the team forward. His absence creates a gap in both skill and morale. And with a tough schedule looming, can the Raiders afford any more setbacks? Max Crosby isn't just another defensive player. For the Raiders, he is a cornerstone, a leader both in the locker room and on the field. His relentless energy, unmatched work ethic, and ability to inspire those around him have been critical to the Raiders' success in recent years. His presence is felt